Good morning. Wanda and I say, hey. We're down here at the Menominee River, and it's one of my favorite places. It's been a while since I've been down here, so it's just great to be down here. It's a beautiful fall-like morning here in Menominee Falls, and I just want to welcome you to this little talk about freedom and about escape from this general law. And we're going to just be talking a little bit about our good friend Gurdjieff in Search of the Miraculous. So welcome to this Esoteric Circle YouTube channel. Blessings to you, all you folks who have been here on this channel for a while, and all you new folks. It's just great having you here with me and Wanda, and I hope you enjoy this video. In the midst of the last few weeks, I've been sharing with you, and you've been very patient and really kind, and everyone has just been so kind to make such nice remarks. This channel is just filled with a compassionate and loving people, and I just really appreciate you all. Because you don't have to listen to me, and I'm working through stuff, and you are really helping me. But as you know, I'm or maybe you don't know, I'm in the process of leaving this Christian ministry in the form of the pulpit and in the form of church work. And I'm almost done, and I can almost put this to bed. But I'm just kind of going through this and really finding out some fascinating things about myself and about the work and about how practical this stuff is. The fourth way has to be put into practice. Christianity has to be put into practice. And this world that we're in is really a laboratory. It's an experiment, and you have to work at it, and you have to be curious. And that's what I'm discovering, and it's absolutely fascinating to see me at this point going through some things and really starting to process through some things. Process. I don't know about you, but sometimes I get so tired of myself because I seem to fall into the same traps, and I seem to have the same trigger points with people saying things to me, or I remember something, or I'm back in an old memory, and I cope with the old mechanisms that I've always coped with. And we all do this. We all do this through anger, through alcohol, through drugs, through eating, through all different types of things. And we spend our life really being captured by these things. We're captured by them. And I just get so tired of it. I get so tired of it. And as I'm walking through this process, I'm trying to apply the work, and I'm trying to work on myself, and I'm trying to think of, I need to not do the same things over and over again. I need to be honest. I need to be open. I need to be filled with a sense of freedom and abandon as I try to release myself from the hold of my past. So much of this is about our past, you know? Gurdjieff, as I just love this book, as Ouspensky and Gurdjieff just are a great combination here. Page 104 talks about freedom and liberation and liberating ourselves. And one of the main tenets of all spiritual disciplines is about knowing thyself. And he talks about this in terms of Socrates. He says it's much older than that. He says this: freedom, liberation, this must be the aim of man. To become free, to be liberated from slavery. This is what a man ought to strive for when he becomes even a little conscious of his position. There is nothing else for him, and nothing else is possible so long as he remains a slave both inwardly and outwardly. That he cannot cease to be a slave outwardly while he remains a slave inwardly. Therefore, in order to become free, man must gain inner freedom. The first reason for man's inner slavery is his ignorance, and above all, his ignorance of himself. Without self-knowledge, without understanding the working and functions of his machine, man cannot be free. He cannot govern himself, and he will always remain a slave and the plaything of the forces acting upon him. This is why all ancient teachings, the first demand at the beginning of the way to liberation was, know thyself. Bam. Yesterday I had done one of my last sermons, and at the end we had communion, and I had preached a really very honest sermon, and I just felt very vulnerable. And I got to communion, and as I began to be with the elements, the bread and the wine, I began to weep. And I'm like that. I've always been like that. And afterward, this guy comes up to me after the church service, and he's like, wow, you must really be stressed. You were kind of, very honest and angry during your sermon. And then here you were, crying. And I was like, man, you don't get it. I'm just being real. I'm just being authentic. And I don't think people are used to people being authentic. Like, hey, I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel right now. And I'm going to let the Spirit move through me right now. And that's one of the reasons I'm leaving the church as the organized religion, is because, man, I'm sick of people not getting it. I felt the Spirit move through me, not in some Pentecostal evangelical way. It's ridiculous. No. I felt free. I felt free because I was up there saying exactly how I felt. I was being honest. Almost in that Dave Chappelle kind of way, right? Keeping it real. Just being honest. Like, I just want to say exactly how I feel. And I am tired of being enslaved and entrapped and caught up in these knots of my past. And some of you are too. And you're tired of, because as you reach toward progress on this path toward your salvation, many of us just go back and revolve back into the old ways, and we escape back into the old ways. And it takes courage to face this and to say, I don't want to do it anymore, and say to God, whatever form that is, I'm tired of living this way. Teach me how to move forward. All right, I'm here. And say to God, all right, we made a deal. I'm going to do this. I want to be taught. And the teachings and the teacher and the circumstances will open up for you. But you have to stop going back to your old ways. As Christ said, a dog returns to its vomit. And that's a horrible image, but it's true. It's true in my life. I return to that. And I've got to stop doing that. We all have to stop doing these things and returning to it, because if we don't have inner freedom and we don't begin to work through our karma and our karmic burden, and we process these things in a group, right, with a teacher, that's what you need. You need a group and a teacher, and I'm offering that here to you. And many of you, we've got a growing group on Discord right now. We've got great things. There's creativity. There's people from all over the world are starting to come into this group. And yes, it's small, but it's small enough that we can actually get to know each other. And I'm here for you. I'm here to help you process through these things. This is for serious students. And it's starting to look like it's really starting to take hold. And I'm so excited that you're here with me. And if you're listening to this at the end of this long video, blessings to you. Blessings to you on your journey. You are loved, and you are important to this world. And your freedom is important to this world. I am going to enjoy the sounds of this river. Blessings to you.